Howdy y'all, Bearded Piper Wade here, coming to you from Youngsville, North Carolina. I'm taking my lunch break at work right now. And I picked a beautiful scenic area to look out at for my lunch break. A little bit of housekeeping. I've got one of my Missouri Meerschaums here, forget which style or bowl this is. I've got too many to keep track of at this point. But I'm smoking some Sir Walter Raleigh aromatic in it that I got from my dad. Thank you, Dad. Parsimonious Piper. Just about every time my wife swings by my parents' house on the way home from work to pick up Gene and bring him home, she also tends to bring home some samples for me from my dad, so I'm starting to work through some of them a little more consistently. It's a beautiful day out, that's for sure. It's hot. A little hot. It's supposed to be getting quite a bit warmer this afternoon. But we got a chance of thunderstorms, so maybe it'll help keep the temperature under 100. We'll see. I thought I might talk to you guys about another thoughts and reflections video. I haven't done one of those in a while. And I was thinking about it last night. My wife and I believe God has put the two of us in different people's lives to be able to not only love on them, but to help be there for them. To not necessarily, I don't want to say guide them, because we're still working through our own stuff every day. Everyone is. But to help them work through stuff that they are working through. I had one of our friends from small group at church who's about to get married had some things on his heart that he wanted to talk to someone about, and he had reached out to me and asked me if I would pray for him over it. And I said, yeah, absolutely. I said, you want to sit down and talk about it? And he said, yeah, actually I would. So after small group, we invited him over to sit down and talk with me. We sat out back and smoked a pipe together and just worked through some of the stuff he's dealing with and trying to wrestle through. And you know, I'm gonna be honest, in the evenings, especially after an event like small group, I'm beat. I don't really want to deal with a lot of people. I want to go home. I want to put Gene to bed, and I want to put myself to bed. And that's just how it is. That's pretty normal, I would say. Most people, when after a long day of work and socializing, they're ready to go home, especially for any of y'all who work physical labor jobs, I should say. Physically strenuous. But he reached out to me and he wanted to talk, and that was the best opportunity because he was already at small group with us. And so I put that aside, my desire to go to bed, in order to be able to have him over and talk through a bunch of stuff with him. And, you know, I think it was really edifying for him. I think it was encouraging for him to sit down and talk, and I think it was stuff that he needed to get off his chest and start really working through. And so I thought about it, and I feel that to an extent we are called to put aside what we may be wanting, to set aside time for others who may need help. And it's not just physically, maybe they're homeless or they don't have food or whatever the situation is, but I think we are called to live life together, to be encouraging to one another and to help build each other up. And in order to do that, we have to set aside time for each other to be able to talk, to be able to fellowship, to be able to grow together. If someone's got questions, hopefully I have answers. And I know if I don't, the Word of God does. But those are the answers that I have to begin with. All of my answers come from the Word of God. But I think we all have someone in our life somewhere who may be struggling with something, who may need a shoulder to lean on, or just an ear to listen. Maybe someone doesn't need advice, but they just need to vent. They just need to get stuff off their chest. And we all need help with that at some point in our lives. And I think we all can be better about slowing down and putting our wants and needs aside to be able to better serve and listen to others around us. And so that's my encouragement to you all, is to look for that someone in your life who may need that encouraging word, or that shoulder to lean on, or that ear to listen. Seek them out and be there for them. I think the world would be a better place if we all did that. I'm going to finish enjoying my pipe, and then I'm going to get to my next appointment. Y'all have a blessed one, and as always, fill your bowls with something you like. Take care.